Yes?
You here to kill Nellis? Well, I hate to disappoint you, but he's not the most powerful mage here. If you want him dead, just wait. I'll take care of him for you.
Being out loud helps me to sort out complex ideas. I'm not sure what about hearing my own voice makes it easier, but it does.
Of course. How else am I going to be leader of this guild? I could best Gerard, but what would that make me? The cook? The only way to be leader is to take down the leader. It's nothing personal against Nellis. It's just the way it is. No, I left them years ago. Pa used to say my name was apt. Always off and running. He's a great man. He's the one who first taught me power was something that could change worlds. He just never thought I had it. Didn't want to baby me like my sister, me being his only true blood son. Either way, I'm going to prove I'm every bit as strong as him. And when I change this world, the first thing I'm going to do is give Pa a hug and say, "Hey, I forgive you." In a word, power. Untapped, unlimited power. I don't care what Felina and Phineas say. I have no doubt Varnus's spells are the ones we've been waiting for. I bet that there's a destruction spell that would blow up the Jarl's keep. 2 keeps, in fact. No, all of Solitude. You and everyone else. But I don't know if Nellis is right about releasing these tomes after we take down these dumb Jarls. Sounds like he's got a little too much Varnus in him. Why not just keep the power for yourself? Nellis wants to invite resistance. He wants more war. Which kind of defeats the purpose, if you ask me. But I'll change things once I'm leader. Oh, I don't know. Just about everything. Look, I know Nellis's heart is in the right place. He wants to push the limits of magic. Better magic means a better world. My point is, instead of leaving it all to chance, why not make the better world yourself? With Varnus's spells, I could be emperor and shape the land as I see fit. Really? That's because I haven't put on the charm. And by that, I mean a charm spell. I mean, why bother learning speechcraft when I can just wizard myself the words? No. He's a great... Didn't... And when I change this world, the first thing I'm going to do is give Pa a... In a word... I bet that there's a destruction spell that would blow up the Jarl's keep. 2 keeps, in fact. No, all of Solitude. Don't you get it? It's not about ruling. It's about taking down those in power. When you turn something to rubble, someone's got to rebuild that rubble. You keep knocking it down and people get better at building. Meanwhile, the Radiant Dark gets better at distraction. I'm already really good at it. That's what Nellis doesn't understand. There is no need to build and rebuild. When I rebuild it, It's gonna be perfect. Oh, I don't know. Just about... He wants to push... With Varnus's spells, I could be Emperor and shape the land as I see fit. Of course. The opportunity to challenge Nelos is always there.
Contraption working? I feel
You
this
can't
huge
be a
bolt of
child
energy.
of destiny
It always
if you
makes me
can't
wanna
even
create
best
something
your
else.
own acolytes. What he doesn't know is my destiny is even bigger than his. It's just unfortunate he's had to get trampled in my path. Really? And by that I mean a charm spell. I mean, why bother learning in a word? I don't care. I bet that there's a destruction spell that would No, that's not true. There's 5 spells in Vanus's research. I'm sure there's, like, some special ward in there. Or maybe some super restoration spell that can regrow all the grass and all the animals. I just know it. Oh, I don't... He wants to put... With Vanus's spells, I could be Emperor and shape the land as I see fit. I'm not in it for the title, but I suppose I could get used to it. It'd really just be the frosting on the sweet roll. Well, not Felina's sweet roll. Gods, why did she have to name that thing after my favorite food? Really? That's... And by that I mean a charm spell. In a word, I don't care. I bet that there's a destruction spell that would blow up the Jarl's Keep. Why? How would you know? Vanus was one of the greatest mages in history. Almost as powerful as me. You should see me use lightning. But I'm even better with illusion. Why bother shocking someone if you can just convince him he's shocked? Oh, he wants... My point is, instead of leaving it all to chance, with Vanus's spells, I could be Emperor and shape the land as I see fit. If anyone says that, it's because they fear my power. People always complain. I'm going to give them food and clothing and all the comforts they can ask for, and they'll still whine about something. Well, I'll just use Vanus's permanent calm spell to turn the complainers into mutes. Then I'll burn the tomb with the cure. I'm not malicious, though. It's like telling a child not to go exploring in the caves. Sometimes people need to be told what's good for them. Why? Because I am tired of Jarls and politics and wealthy nobles, thanes, and barons who don't give 2 septims about the people. Meanwhile, the Thalmor are breathing down our necks, and the dragons are breathing on them. But do the Jarls care? No, they're up on their thrones, eating pies and lathering their stomachs with gravy. I just want to make a difference, and the only way to do that is with power.
Scrap, what have you been eating? You weigh more than a mammoth.
Huh?
Hmm? What can I do for you? Sure.
You want something from me?
Now where did I put the tomatoes? Blast! I'll never get this done in time for dinner. Oh, It's you. This is your fault, you know. Irith was our cook, and my fiancée. So, while part of me is grateful to you for tying that loose end, Nelos has decided to make me the unofficial cook. That's a question I get often. Every day it seems like I'm someone else. The only people who've reached a consensus on who I am is my wives.
Bored if things
They think I'm a sodding Dramora.
I got into a lot of
You
trouble
can
as
call
a kid
me
because
Gerard.
I tend to become destructive to ward off boredom.
I try not to think about
Apparently,
them at
setting
all.
fire to things for entertainment
Violent
is
and
not
lawless, what
acceptable
they
in
are.
class.
I don't know how Nelos puts up with them, being a fellow intellectual. Yet, while we have different philosophies, I see the merits of his goal. There are always going to be more of them than us. That goes for all of Tamriel. Every era we have wars upon wars. The only real way to have peace is to have a single, unimpeachable power.
Ouch! Scrap! There are better ways to get attention.
I know it's easy to think so, given the company I keep. Everyone else here may share Nelos' belief in the evolution of war, but I do not. There's a threshold of violence, a point at which our world can no longer sustain the destruction we cause. In the end, only one of us is right. And while Nelos is seemingly never wrong, in this case, I pray to the divines he is. I try. Yet, while we have that goes for all of Tamriel. Every era we have wars. You must be rather confident to announce your plans out in the open. And the way you said it, you sound like you enjoy violence. That's exactly what all the simpletons think. The long night isn't about exercising power, it's about demonstrating it. If we give the world the ability to destroy it, they'll have no choice but to negotiate their differences. It doesn't matter to me if that power is displayed by you or any of the Radiant Dark. Yes, he thinks that Vanis's spells will bring about a new age of war and competition. I believe there is a threshold of violence, a point where further violence would bring peace in one of two ways: reconciliation or death. So while we strive for the same goal, we have different views of what the outcome will be. I pray to the divines that he's wrong. Yeah, so it would seem. Before that, I was a hunter at the Cliffside Retreat. And prior to that, I was a loving husband to 3 angry wives. Having been on the run from the Empire and my spouses, I've been forced to wear many
Can't
hats.
help but notice that
And a
Skyrim
chef's
doesn't
one
have
is
any
no
schools of
different.
Julianos.
You see,
Really,
the
no
only
wonder
real
Nords
way
are
to
so
convince a person you're
like
someone
that.
else is to become someone else. Right now, my job is to convince Nelos I can cook. That's what Offrin suggested. He spends so much time looking for shortcuts, it takes him longer to get there. Finding the right combination of sauces and illusion magic would be just as much time-consuming as learning how to cook. Yeah, having been... You see, the only real way to convince a person you're some... That's pretty much what Gilsey said. Which says a lot about you, I'm afraid. Cooking is difficult, frustrating, and extremely tedious. I've heard that song before. With my second wife, you could never tell if she was trying to poison you because her cooking was that bad. Besides, I don't want to stop cooking, precisely because I abhor the very idea of it. As such, it presents a unique challenge.
I could really
That's
go
the
for a
real
warm
reason
bath
why
right
Nelos
about
chose
now.
me. He knows that I won't be satisfied just preparing a meal. It has to taste good. Yeah, having been... You see, the only real way to convince a person you're... What? You expect him to throw me into a pit of slaughterfish? Nelos is my boss, not my wife. But you're right. Nelos doesn't accept failure. Failure means you're disposable. So I don't plan on finding out what happens. Well, there are none. Take Elduin, for example. That elf would set a wine bottle on a plate and call it a full-course meal. The only thing this lot is good at is inflicting violence. As I detest the practice, I get stuck with everything else. Besides, even if there were some decent cooks among them, I'm the only one committed enough to become great. It's something Nelos is fully aware of. Yeah, having been on the... You see, the only real way to convince a person you're someone else, as disgusting as it is to think about it, I've heard under extreme duress, torture victims will actually take the side of their abusers. Which seems to be why I seem intent on cooking this meal for the others. I must have lost my mind.
You know, some Bretons have pointy ears too. But
If you
they
have
tend
to
be less
ask, then you don't
obvious
know
than
me
ears
very
such
well.
as yours.
I view it as a challenge.
That wasn't meant to be rude.
Precisely
by the way.
because I abhor the very idea of it. That's the real reason why Nelos chose me. He knows that I won't be satisfied just preparing a meal.
Be careful.
It has to taste good.
Got something to say? Huh?
Yes?
Yes? How can I help you?
Yes.
Until next time.
Yes?
Speak quickly.
Sure.
Speak quickly.
Your health is deteriorating by the day. You need to rest.
Your concern is noted, but you know as well as I do that there is no Go on in, he's waiting for you.
Enough.
Go on in, he's waiting for you.
This in front of our guest.
Take your time. It's
And
pretty.
the second moon rose to take its throne beside the first, and together they eclipsed the sun, and the night reigned forevermore. Still, there will come a dawn, Dragonborn, as there always has since the beginning of time. But enough about prophecies. Welcome. Your enthusiasm is appreciated, Dragonborn, but there will be time to discuss that later. Come, let us speak in private. Now, you must have questions. As you are a guest, I will answer what I can before I make my request. Was he a friend? If so, then nothing I will say will make amends. Nor should I have to. You seek answers for questions that are meaningless. The weak die because they are weak. There is no knowledge to be gleaned from what is fundamental. Yes, it is a weakness of mine. As the night of reckoning approaches, I seem to grow more and more weary of the light. In my youth, I used to couch myself beside fires like this, watching the dance of flames as they guided me off to sleep. As time passed, the light seemed to sap my very strength,
Got it made.
and I
They
felt
can
more
fly.
at ease in the
They can
darkness.
shout. They can travel
Still,
through time.
I can't help but find
wish I could time
myself
travel.
driven to old habits. I come here every night to read, to bask, or merely to sit, despite Vinius's protests. Is that how you view me, Dragonborn? Do not let my languid appearance fool you. There is a reason why these mortals have followed me here to Skyrim, why countless more serve me in the field. Status comes from power. Here, there are no aging Jarls clinging to a throne they are not equipped for. Yes. Close. She hasn't told you, has she? It doesn't surprise me. That is how she is. Always telling you just enough to move forward. Always leaving you in the dark. Her coming to Skyrim has nothing to do with Vanis's research, or whatever altruistic reason she has given. For her, this has always been personal. Remiel and I were indeed close. Childhood friends until Brenora. But when I left the Arcane University to form the Radiant Dark, he pursued me, much to the chagrin of his only daughter. It did not end well for him. But all friendships wither, no matter how strong. And all men die, no matter how brave. We must move forward. I apologize that you had to witness that. Vinius worries about my health. It is not enough that the light eats away at my soul. Every night I am plagued by dreams, the vividness of which makes it hard to distinguish between this reality and that one. As such, I have not slept for ages. The light wears on my body, but the dreams, the nightmares as Vinius calls them, wear on my mind. The girl is blind to my frailties. The Dwemer she knows as Nelos is an invincible god. She does not worry about what she cannot see. It began when I was a child, living in the canal works of Ivic City, and followed me to Tel Brenora. I dreamt of the twin moons devouring the sun to flood the land in an endless night. The tide of shadow rises from east and west, and there I stand in the middle, no older than a boy. I look to the south, to the sun, where only a thin hourglass of light remains. Below it stands a person, and behind him stands an army. Over the years, as my body grew, my eyes adjusted more and more to the darkness, and his face began to take form. Until one night I dreamt, and his face was as clear as day. And then I knew the true meaning of destiny. To understand the objective of our guild, you must first understand the principles of light and dark magic itself. The old mages believed that magic was a fundamental force in our world, one whose energies could reflect brightly or darkly. Yet a spell by itself has no alignment. Flames warm as easily as they burn. Intent is the determining factor. Now, consider the crafting of a new spell. Do the same rules apply? Should we condemn those who research magic based on their intent? Should breakthrough restoration research be suspended if the mage intends to use it for torture? Darkness may rule the day, but tomorrow, such a spell could help thousands of sick and wounded. Good or evil, light or dark, intent only concerns itself with the immediate, when such consequences are as fleeting as tears in the rain. The Radiant Dark does not care about intent. It is a guild founded on the principle of advancement, progress, power. Undoubtedly so. There are many in this guild whose motivations are unsavory. Yet again, the motivations mean nothing. Just as great poems have been inspired by love, so too has great magic been crafted from the seeds of hate, anger, and greed. Yes, that is her coming to Remiel. But it did not end well for him. But I ask nothing of you. You will no doubt return to Olivia and tell her of our conversation. At which point she will develop Vanis's spells and hope to use them to enact her vengeance. Undoubtedly, she will ask for your assistance. You will then be presented with a choice. You will either come here to deliver the spells to the Radiant Dark, or use them to destroy it. That decision I leave to you.
Yuck, my socks are soggy.
Greetings. I trust your meeting with Master Nellos went well. Mad? What do you mean? Oh, I get it. You're making a joke.
If I learned to play a lute,
Good
do
one.
you think having that musical knowledge would
It
make
speaks to his
tonal
leadership
energy
that
easier
even
to
his
understand?
subordinates feel comfortable enough to mock him. Although, I never would. He's too great of an elf. My name is Vinius. I'm sort of the scholar around here. I can answer any questions you have regarding the long night.
I hope
Well,
this water doesn't get
in their
your wiring
defense,
scrap.
prophecies are by nature open to interpretation. We have lots of acolytes, so we have a lot of different interpretations. It's my job as a scholar to narrow down what's real and guide Nellos forward. I can do the same for you if you wish. Well, I think it's safe to assume any literal interpretation of the long night is specious at best. The Empire wasn't built in a day, let alone a single night. Now, if the moons eclipsed the sun and literally caused an endless night, I could see how things could rapidly deteriorate. Crops would fail, people
Skyrim
would
is
starve,
so different from
and
High
likely
Rock.
turn to vampirism. Of course, in that scenario, we wouldn't need an army. Just time. My theory is the long night is a metaphor for war. A long, extended conquest that eliminates the concept of rulers.
Don't interrupt me while I'm thinking, Scrap. Oh great, what was I thinking about?
I was working as an archivist at the Arcane University when Nellos first approached me. He wanted to know if there were any texts on cross-cultural prophecies, specifically the one of the Long Night. As it so happens, I told him, there was one book that compiled all of the history regarding the prophecy. It was replete with information, history, and analysis. In short, it sought to determine whether the prophecy itself had any basis in reality. He asked me if he could see the book. I told him he could. As soon as I was finished writing it. Oh, I don't really consider myself a member. I'm not a mage, after all. I'm a scholar. I study the texts and provide counsel to any of the acolytes who may have some trepidation about the war ahead. I try to assuage any fears that what they're doing here isn't all preordained. Yes, it would be ironic if the fears actually had to do with being afraid. It's more like they're afraid the battle won't come, and are sort of impatiently demanding my head for not bringing it sooner.
Runes in High Rock, but they were a bit scary.
True, since I'm an expert on the prophecy of the Long Night, it does sort of help in that regard. But if my aim were to sell books, I probably would want Master Nellos to fail. No one's going to want to read about the Long Night if it's happening outside their window. I know the risks. I don't expect any special treatment. Not from you or Master Nellos. Yes. It's no secret the nightmares have become more violent as the days have gone on. Master Nellos believes it's confirmation that the Long Night is close. I'm not entirely sure it isn't some other affliction. In the meantime, we've kept this area mostly dark, and that seems to help with his fatigue. Sure. What would you like to know? Why, yes. I was actually the one who alerted Nellos to the debate over the validity of Treacherous' journals. It was then he told me of his vision, and how it revealed the casting of 5 extraordinary spells. Spells he himself was unfamiliar with. At the time, I was certain Vanis's spells were the ones he saw in his vision. But given recent events, my opinion is that we should move on. Actually, no. Not exactly. Remember, we've had the texts for some time. It's not so much losing them as what was inside.
The world smells so fresh after a
There
good
was
raid.
some opinion amongst the mages that the spells, while impressive, were ultimately useless. Primarily because they would require an almost impossible and near endless reserve of magicka to cast. Master Nellos is a great elf, but he isn't a god. If he were, I wouldn't worry about his health as much as I do. Oh, right. The alteration spell. Yes, he's rather fond of that one, and it does fit into the notion of fate. I think it's possible that this is one of the 5 spells we're looking for, with the remaining 4 to be found from other sources. But we'll never know unless it's wielded by him personally, as opposed to Master Merinin. Either way,
Someone
my
said
opinion
that
holds
I'm
little
indecisive.
weight in this regard.
I'm far from it.
Master
I know
Nellos is
everything
married
I want.
to the
It's a
idea
matter
that
of
these
figuring out
5
which thing I
spells
want
are the
most.
ones in his vision. The appearance of the Dragonborn only further entrenched that belief. He wanted,
As a
it was-
kid, I accidentally
he asked
made
me
the
if he
other
could see the
children
book.
cry very often.
I told him he
I
could.
never understood why. I'd just
But
say
if my
something
aim was-
very plainly.
No one's going to want to
My
read
father
about the long
eventually
night if it's
explained that
happening
some
outside
people
their
didn't
window.
like to be told things so directly. I began adding
Intellectual
on various
curiosity?
phrases, such as
Probably.
not to be rude.
Camaraderie?
Or, I don't mean this
Maybe.
to sound offensive.
I just enjoy doing the research and
Sort of
conversing with the
helped.
members.
It's a habit I've kept ever since.
Finding out their motivations and goals sort of fleshes out my understanding as well. Alright then.
So you're the one, huh? Somehow I thought you'd be taller. Not you, of course. I asked Phineas to fetch me a tall glass of firebrand wine, and this is decidedly shorter than what I had envisioned. A spectacle. And here I was, thinking I'd only made a scene. I must be getting better at whatever it is that bothers you. Namely, everything. Oh, but let's not get off on the wrong foot. You might hurt yourself doing that. So come, find a seat, somewhere, and ask your questions. Why, yes. While I still don't sniff wines, I've gotten better at identifying them by smell. After I've drank them, of course. For instance, that empty bottle by my foot was a vintage Julianos Firebelly. Next to it are 2 wines made with juniper berries. Under the table, we have your standard Alto. On it is a Frostdew Blanc. And this? This appears to be a fork. I'm not sure how that got there. Our steward, Phineas, has a contact with the East Empire Company. I think his name was Hlormar or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. These Nords with their extra consonants. Or maybe I'm just drunk. My speech does tend to waver after the 23rd bottle. I just can't get enough of this Argonian blood wine Phineas had shipped in from, we'll say, Blackmarsh. probably not, which is really a shame if you're a pig. Apparently, what it is fit for is fashionable high elves who enjoy an exotic wine as much as a
That's the part I've been
vintage.
overlooking, of course.
But if you
it's
don't
so
like the
simple if I
wine,
think
you
of
can
it
still
that way.
appreciate the alchemy of its ingredients. Let's see, there's foxglove nectar, intriguing, bergamot seeds, more intriguing, and goldenrod pods, which is just disgusting. Oh, and look, it also lets you breathe underwater. How fun. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm sort of a demon, a dark spirit, a monster. But the most important thing you should know is, I seem to be all out of wine. Vinius assured me such a travesty would not happen again. Would you mind fetching a bottle for me? Oh, don't be such a Sinmir. Wait, you two aren't related, are you? You have his grumpiness. Oh, right. Long story short, I guess I'm sort of a shade. You see, a while back I was one of a party of 4 mages. We were adventurers of sorts, raiding tombs for treasure and enchantments. Of course, one day we raided the wrong tomb. We were trapped inside by some sort of malevolent spirit, screaming at us because we defiled his burial chamber. I don't know the exact reason, to be honest, because I was drunk at the time. Oh, relax. Have some wine. There's no need to get angry. On second thought, stay angry. I'll have your wine. Now, where was I? Oh, right, the shade. I remember Einar trying to reason with it, and Sarasa trying to stab at the ghostly visage. I also remember the Velvet Lechance I was drinking had a bit too much nightshade. And yes, feel free to keep judging me. Ultimately, it was Razan who decided to try bargaining with the ghost instead. In exchange for our freedom, we would offer our lives. So, the 4 of us, 5 if you count the shade, made a pact. When at least 3 of us died, we would pledge our souls to it. The last one alive being the vessel. And here I am. Or rather, here we are. You keep flattering me, and I might just leave Sinmir for you. Have you met Sinmir? I'd introduce you, but I haven't been back in Whiterun for ages. Nostalgia is kind of like wine in that way. Things get better with time. Except you can't really drink it, no matter what the poets say. I think that's who I'll kill
don't let my
next.
books
A
get
bard.
wet.
The shade gets very testy if I don't. Luckily, joining this band of rogue mages was a rather inspired choice for the both of us. Because, you know, we're abominations and all. And here I was about to start licking the rims of all these empty bottles. You've certainly saved me some embarrassment. About time. Yes? Why, yes. While I still don't sniff wines, I've gotten better at identifying them by smell. After I've drank them, of course. For instance, that empty bottle by my foot was a vintage Julianos Firebelly. Next to it are 2 wines made... And this? This appears to be a fork. I don't really need to eat, given what I am. In fact, I don't need to drink either. I just want to. Right now, I'm drinking a lovely Argonian blood wine Vinius had shipped in from... we'll say Blackmarsh. Really? That would be interesting if I cared. But you may have a point, since according to my notes, all the ingredients come from Cyrodiil. Let's see, there's foxglove nectar. Intriguing. Oh, and look, it also lets you breathe underwater. How fun. When it comes to examining wine, I'm still just a novice, although I have picked up the basics. Well, supposedly the color can tell you the wine's provenance, as well as the conditions it was developed in, serving as an indicator of how it will taste. Wine tasting is apparently all about discovery, yet I've discovered that I enjoy drinking wine more than I enjoy tasting it. So let the nobles sniff and swirl their goblets. I prefer to swallow my wine like a common rube. I like how you agree with the things I say. Why aren't there more of you? And here I was about to start licking the rims of all these empty bottles. You've certainly saved me some embarrassment.
Do you believe in prophecies? Not sure yourself, huh? I believe you just have to be patient. It's like torture. You cut, and you cut, and then you cut some more, and each cut brings you closer and closer to that glorious death. But the first cut is just as important as the last. That's what fantasy spells are, Sweet Roll. The very first cut. Oh, won't you die for me? You know you want to. Have you ever smelled anything so sweet as a corpse? This one's my pet. I call him Sweet Roll. Say hello to the nice adventurer, Sweet Roll. Well, he's not much for words. And immortal is a fine pet for any zombie. Mortal, morsel. Funny how the two are spelled to rhyme. Sort of like breath and death. That's a good question. Sweet Roll, when's the last time you let me bite you? He's not sure. My thoughts are that Nelos was born 500 years too early. I don't think Vanis's spells are strong enough to cause the kind of chaos Nelos wants. It's a shame, really. He's so intent on making it. Yes, death comes for him, which means he needs to bite off more than an inch. But that's all you'll ever get. An inch. It's all about inches and seconds. You might be faster by a second, taller by an inch, smarter by a brain. That's what separates the good and the great. Once you get that inch, the next mage will need 2 inches to best you. The process continues until we are all gods, or we are all dead. I can't decide for the life of me which scenario I like better. Although I imagine you can take a guess. An orc is an orc, iron and coarse, and never is he wont to be gay. Which is to say, Sweet Roll was a poor, poor bandit who knew not the fairer emotions. So to show him, I conjured a nightshade seed and placed it in the belly of his heart. As the flower bloomed, it trickled tiny drops of poison into his blood. Trickle, trickle, trickle. And every day his knees grew weak, his stomach fluttered, and his head felt faint. And he knew how it felt to love. And what better gift for a surly orc? Well, the gift of death, of course, but I gave him both. Or you could get an actual pack mule. I prefer to keep Sweetroll as a pet. If you died for me, I would never make you carry a thing. Fine. But my offer still stands. Be my corpse, Dragonborn. You would rot so sweetly. Nothing useful, yet. I'm still learning the craft. I could just read a tome, but everyone Vinius has is much too large. I tried to rework them best I can, with mixed results. Well, maybe not so mixed. I tried to conjure a scamp and out came an Atronach. I tried to conjure diseased rats, and out came 2 Atronachs. I tried to conjure a puppy, and out came a Dremora Lord. Nelos told me to get rid of the tomes and focus on what I do best. So right now, I conjure little bugs and things. But if one of the other guild members challenged me, I could always bring back the Dremora. I don't think Vanis's spells are strong enough to cause the kind of chaos Nelos wants. It's a shame, really. He's so intent on making it. I know the answer, but do you? It depends on whether you think mortals live twice. Perhaps it's all part of a cycle. Dust to flesh and flesh to dust, through rotting skin, bile, and pus. But why would anyone want to live again when death is so wonderful? They're not worthless. It doesn't matter if Vanis's spells are strong. It only matters if they're better. For instance, Sweetroll made me angry the other day, so I took one of his toes. He stumbled about, but he found his balance. I imagine he'll make me angry again. And then I'll take another, and another, and eventually he'll have to crawl on the floor. Vanis's spells don't have to take a leg. Sometimes you have to start small, one toe at a time. My thought... I don't think Vanis's spells are strong enough to cause the kind of chaos Nelos wants. It's a shame. They're not worthless. For instance, Vanis's spells don't have to take a leg. Quibble, quibble, quibble. That's what we do. We all want to eat, but there's so many quibbles about what makes a stew. Offrin, for instance, wants magic to move mountains. But I want something more. I want to conjure little things. Tiny bugs that crawl up your nose and nibble on your brain. Things so small, you never see them coming until it's already too late. Do you see them? They're dancing in the air, tiny, tiny purple things, riding pods of dust. Oh, but you can! You just need the right tome. When they say Vanis's conjuration spell could raise an army of the dead, that's what he meant. You can conjure the purple bugs. The purple bugs kill everyone. Then you have all the playthings a girl could ever ask for. Quibble off tiny... Do you see them? They're dancing in the air, tiny, tiny purple things. Right? Oh, you think like Sweetroll. But how can you step on something so small it fits in the space between your boot and the ground? It will crawl up your boot and into a scratch, and then it will eat you, bite by bite, nibble by nibble, until you're gone. Quibble, offer tiny. Do you see them? They're dancing in the air, tiny, tiny purple things. Sweet Roll, dispose of this infidel. Sweet Roll, he never listens to me. Only his heart. It's where the poison lies. Would you like to be my new doll? You'd make a fine one. Death take us all.
Ow! Excuse me?
Huh? Yeah?
How can I help you? Until next time.
You need some? What can I do for you? Sure.
What is it? So, I trust your meeting with Nelos went well. How many times did he mention me? 7? 8? Don't worry, he'll be more than well enough to kill the old hag when the time comes. I trust you'll be delivering her to us. Then obviously you're a fool. Luckily Winterhold is on the other side of Skyrim, so you have a week's journey to reconsider your foolishness. But if you do side with that old hag, know this.
You know what,
The only
never
person
mind.
I ever kissed died of frost. And while I would never give you a kiss, if you cross us, well, I can always blow you one. What is it? Everything is happening as Nelos and soon will come the passing of the long night. Everything is happening as Nelos. Soon will come the passing of the long. Everything is happening as Nelos envisioned it. I think he planned for you to interfere with Ven.
Azura's wisdom to you, friend.
You're back. What did you find? Then I apologize for putting you in such danger. Yet you are here, safe and alive. No doubt as Nelos intended. However, his arrogance blinds him if he thinks you can be turned. What information did you glean from this visit? So they did not have time to develop the spells themselves. I feared our actions were too late, given Jado Ra was allowed to live. However, it seems I have underestimated the craftiness of my assistant. Nelos did not discover his identity until after we had thwarted his plans. While I doubt he countenanced his disappointment, we have nonetheless struck a major blow to his plans. And armed with Venice's spells, I am confident we will extinguish his rebellion before it has even begun. I have managed to develop 2 tomes, one for each of us, although I am not entirely sure they work as Vanis intended. Yes, Vanis's notes were originally rather ambitious. It describes an army of dead bursting from the ground. It's a frightening proposition. However, after many failed attempts to harness the energy required for such a task, he chose a more efficient spell. It's, in essence, a conjuration chain, or to put it more mildly, conjuring a conjurer. To start this chain, you would need to summon a creature with a large wellspring of magicka. This creature would conjure servants, who would then conjure lesser beings, effectively creating an army without draining your own magicka reserve. That is what this spell tome is. The knowledge to summon a dragon priest. The hybrid spell combines paralysis with elements of fire. Originally, the spell incorporated facets of illusion, transforming foes into allies to fight on your behalf. However, unlike enchanting, weaving spells together proved rather unpredictable. It seems your enemies will not become allies, so much as they will be overcome with rage and attack anyone within sight. Nevertheless, the flame attribute works in tandem with the paralysis, allowing your enemies to burn as they lay motionless. While it is not what Vanis envisioned, a combination spell such as this is almost unheard of, and will prove useful. Yes, however, to start this chain, that is what this spell tome is. A good choice. It requires a surplus of magicka to cast it today, but it will linger for a substantial period of time.
It sticks to my face and it's just so annoying.
We cannot afford to waste this opportunity. We have a distinct advantage with Vanis's spells, but their numbers would overwhelm us. To put it simply, we need to increase our numbers. However, considering the number of incidents that have happened at this college, it would be irresponsible. Too many students have been lost due to negligence. I will not tolerate another. This means that I too must join this fight. Yet it will not be us alone. I have spoken with Nelika and another experienced mage. Both have agreed to join us in our efforts.
The dancers on the parade didn't wear much. Actually, I think they were with a Temple of Dibella.
My peers, if I may have your attention, my name is Olivia Moronin. I am a former instructor at the Arcane University in Cyrodiil. For the better part of my life, while others have toiled in personal research, I have devoted myself to the development of students. Had I chosen to do otherwise, I may have made new discoveries. I could have achieved some personal acclaim. Yet I do not regret a single day. However, for the past 10 years, I have devoted my life to a different task. To bringing justice to the mage who killed my father. I am now arriving at the end of this pursuit. It is all thanks to the one who stands beside me. The one you know as the Dragonborn. I will not lie. The mage we face is one of the most dangerous I have ever known. Yet it is for that reason that he cannot be allowed to succeed. Still, I would be remiss if I said this was merely an act of duty. For all of you who have volunteered your service, at great personal risk, for your sacrifice, I am forever grateful. Thank you.
Neros. I don't know how many people he must have killed. If we don't do something, innocent lives will die. This is my chance to make things right, friend.
Acknowledged. The Radiant Dark. Their philosophy is flawed.
Excellent. The four of us will depart for Pinefrost Tower at once. Dragonborn, I trust you know the way.
Hail, Dragonborn. My name is Helsig. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Olivia tells me we are to extinguish the Radiant Dark. This pleases me. Nothing. It is one particular member with whom I seek quarrel. My brother, Offrin. Correct. We are siblings by name, not by blood. It matters not either way. I seek his death. No. Before she came north, she was south. She sought my father. He is a difficult man to reach. She was able to reach him. It is a testament to her will. Yet father did not agree to join her quest. Then she mentioned the Radiant Dark. Father informed Master Moronin that I would come in his place. He assured her I was his mirror. It was not a lie. It is the removal of 2 birds with 1 stone. My brother aside, the Radiant Dark serve as a test of my worthiness. Father is old. He would like to leave his legacy to an heir. He will not do so out of sentiment. It will die with him if I am not worthy. Father believes I am wise. He commends me for choosing my words carefully. This test will prove I am strong. I have knowledge of basic magic from all schools. I will attempt to adapt myself to your strengths. Olivia and Nelikar primarily use a combination of restoration and destruction. Normally this would call for support magic. However, Vanis's paralysis spell may prove support enough. It will be interesting to evaluate its efficacy. No, it is to kill him. There is no reason to be. Father told Mother Offrin is dead. We had the funeral. He mourned for 7 days. Then Father told the kitchen knife story. We were all moved. That is the time it took Mother to recover. Father is a master of violence. Sometimes he knows not his own strength, even when wielding words. It is a simple metaphor. There is one in every household. It is a useful tool. When Offrin was a boy, he tried to help Mother cut the tomatoes. He did not bend his fingers as she instructed. He nearly sliced off his hand. Father made it seem as if he was praising Offrin's eagerness. Mother does not know he was condemning him. No, it is to kill him. There is no... Then Father told the kitchen knife story. We were all moved. Yes, it was a violent act, but a necessary one. Violence is a tool. It must be used with caution. Offrin lacks it. It is a simple metaphor. There is one in every household. It is a useful tool.
Watch it! Yes? Yes?
It seems the Radiant Dark were doing quite well for themselves. No doubt this tableau of riches is designed to soften unwitting mages, whether they be friend or foe. Come, let us keep moving.
Those days are over. We'll keep Varnus's spells for ourselves. And when I'm Emperor, I'll make sure the rest of you get a place in my court. Sister, what are you doing here? And you're with them. Why? What's the meaning of this?
I am sorry, brother, but you should not be talking. You are a corpse.
A corpse? Then, Father... No! I refuse to believe it! You're not even his blood!
The corpse continues to speak. I must rectify that.
Wait! What are you doing?
Come here!
lot of things. Luckily, I'm around to fix his mistakes. But those days are over. We'll keep Vanus's spells for ourselves. And when I'm Emperor, I'll make sure the rest of you get a place in my court. Sister, what are you doing here? And you're with them. Why? What's the meaning of...
Crouch down.
I am sorry, brother, but you should not be talking. You are a corpse.
A corpse? Then... Father... No! I refuse to believe it. You're not even his blood!
The corpse continues to speak. I must rectify that.
Wait! What are you...
Star is alive. I'm alive.
It is dead. The corpse is without soul. But our business is not concluded. We should continue on.
And you say this chamber leads to the main hall? Be ready, mages.
It's cold and wet and boring. Oh, I know. Truth or dare? Great. I dare you to lick Scrap.
Nelos, it is time for you to answer for your crimes.
Destiny follows no law. It is as inexorable as the past.
What is it?
What you call destiny is a delusion, and I will prove it with your death.
As I told your father, my death is only the beginning. Yours, however, will prove nothing. Come, daughter of Remiel. Show me the power of Vanus's death is only the beginning. Yours, however, will prove nothing. Come, daughter of Remiel. Show me magic. I sense you can never truly
died.
Speak.
It's finally over. And I owe you my thanks. With the Radiant Dark finished, many of us will rest easy tonight. Living and dead. Modesty is a virtue, but rarely is it ever displayed when all evidence points to the contrary. You are truly a hero for the ages, and it has nothing to do with your power. However, it is just as important that you teach such humility to the next generation. You must be an echo, or your deeds will fade like a whisper. That is the measure of true progress. In any event, we must make sure this area is clear. I will head over to the east wing. You head over to the entrance. We will meet back here.
This time under better circumstances. That I did. Even worse, I called you green. How foolish do I look now to have been so wrong on both accounts. That is the gap between myself and Master Matter. She saw in you what I could not, even when her vision was clouded by choices. I should, but would you believe me if I said I'm frightened she would scold me? Your presence is distracting me, I should say. We can talk later. There's still important work to be done. She would be right, but I thought maybe you would not be so angry to see a friendly face. It is her way. I have watched Master Merlin instruct many a young student. She is harsh to begin with, if only to discern. Then she is kinder, just when it is needed. In this way, she can be comforting, without ever having to be gentle. But take heed, if you think her sands warm, the old firebrand will rise once more to burn you. Oh yes, did you by chance deliver the message? Right. I know you told me you would not, but perhaps you changed your mind. I am forever in your debt. By doing this deed, you have filled this cat's heart with joy. I wonder if she got the message. Perhaps then, before I leave this mortal plane, I'll find the twin moons once more and look for her reply. Sugar and Sand's friend, tell my master I will be waiting for her on the other side.
champion.
Did you find anything? A sentimental fool. Wasting his energy coming back here. And yet he hides from me. The Khajiit knows I would give him a good scolding. No, you were right to tell me. The gatekeepers between this world and the next are evidently sleeping on the job. It is not something that should be encouraged. People would cease to move forward if the dead were constantly revisiting the living. If he shows his furry face again, let me know. I will have a word with him. Yes, I suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, my father loved Nelos more than he cared to admit. It was difficult for him to live in Morrowind. He was different. Not so much in terms of race, but in skill. The other students, whether they be Dwemer, Argonian or human, did not understand him the way Neloth Solal did. In a way, the Dwemer had saved him. All my father wanted was to return the favor. That is a hard question. Nelos had long been under the impression that he was chosen for something greater. As to why, well, you would know better than I. At first, I assumed it was merely an excuse to avoid instructing some of the lesser apprentices. Over time, it was evident that he believed in this delusional prophecy he calls the Long Night. And it is far easier to commit heinous acts when you believe they have a higher purpose. However, thanks to your diligence, he will commit them no more. I will stay here and see if I can discover if there are any other members of the Radiant Dark in other parts of Tamriel. It's unlikely there are many, given Nelos's distaste for those who lack strength. Yet that also means that anyone who was chosen will prove to be formidable. Excellent. I will no doubt do so. Dragonborn, I thank you for everything. Greetings, Archmage. Farewell. I will stay here. It's unlike... Yet that also means that anyone who was chosen will prove to be... I know you are pleased with your victory, as am I. Yet I do not tolerate such statements, even in jest. Nevertheless, it is possible that some members were set to arrive here in the coming days. If that happens, I will deal with them in the appropriate manner. In the meantime, I thank you, Dragonborn, for everything.
It seems we are victorious. Nelos is dead. The Radiant Dark is dead. Offren is as he was. It is Father's legacy, and mine. No. Father knows 3 words, but no phrases. I know but one. It is unlikely I will learn another before I expire. I will not. It is not wise to use the Thu'um recklessly. Mother would not forgive me if I broke her antique silverware. A practitioner of the Thu'um. It is likely he trained in High Hrothgar for a time. It is not something he discussed with me. Offren would know more. However, Offren is dead. I do not deny this. I am not Dragonborn. I cannot learn the Thu'um by idle reading. Father believes this is good. It will help me respect its power. I apologize. I meant no offense. It requires great skill to slay a dragon, yet there is nothing that dictates you must slay it. A dragonborn with sufficient minions may grow powerful without training or sacrifice. I inquired whether I could stay here. Master Moronen was hesitant to accept. She worries that I would have difficulty sleeping in my brother's tomb. She does not understand it lies in a different hold. Still, the fresh air is pleasing. I would follow you if you are willing. Offren is Father's true-blood son. Father took me in when I was a child. That night, my first mother had taken me to North Skybound Watch. We were to leap off the summit and offer our souls to Molag Bal. We were standing by the ledge. It was windy and snowing, but Mother was calm. She kissed my forehead and promised me paradise. Then came a voice. It asked her to halt, but it was not a request. Not when it forced the ground to tremble. But Mother paid no heed. Instead, she reached for my hand. The voice became a shout. The hand was torn away. Mother fell to her death, but she did not leap. She was thrown. Father has saved my life many times. First by action, then by wisdom. If that is kidnapping, then like violence, it is a tool with no alignment. Offer that night, my first then came, but Mother paid. The voice became a shout. The hand. I agree, Dragonborn. Some are dead before they die. Mother, like Offren, was a corpse. Offren that night, my first. Then, but Mother paid. The voice became a shout. The hand was. He is not. One does not murder what is already dead, nor should one speak when they have nothing to say. That night, my first. We were. Then came a. But Mother paid. The voice became a shout. The hand was torn away. Mother fell. He stands on the world's shoulder, so that he may have its ear. It is likely he is still there. As Alduin has returned, it is the Dragonborn's ear he seeks. Wisdom guide you. Speak. Speak.
We've stopped. What is it? Don't be long. You know I don't like waiting. And why?
Oh, good. I was just about to come talk to you. I'll be around.
Every major city has its own personality. What I hate is that they never seem to change.
I need to ask you to stop. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Is there something I can do?
Unlike my
Forsworn
husband,
ramp.
I watch
Sure
after
thing.
our
It's
guests.
yours for... What was that you said, venomous wife of mine?
Nothing, you
Remember,
pig-headed
ale
oaf.
is cheaper than blood. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Unlike my husband Clapper, I watch after.
Dishonor of the dog.
By the gods, this can't be happening!
The cousin of the Emperor was murdered. In solitude at her own damn wedding. Not a chance would have let that happen here.
Did you need something, Nar? Alright, I'm ready-ish. I'm ready for whatever comes next.
Damn those forsworn.
Think they can kill people in thy city? I'll have Madanon's head.
Yes, yes, for the 100th time. I am a Breton. I was born in High Rock, and then I came here. I am not a Richman. Who are you? What do you want? The gourmet? Never. I don't know what led you here, but nothing will betray my trust. I'll take the secret of the gourmet's identity to my grave. The Dark Brotherhood? Now, wait a minute. Let's not get hasty. I mean, surely my friend wouldn't want me to endanger my own life, right? Look, his name is Balagog Gronolobe. He's an orc. The gourmet's an orc. He's staying at the Nightgate Inn. That's all I know. Now you'll let me go, right? Okay, all right. Wonderful. You're welcome. I'll just be on my way then.
Explains why the sunlight souffle recipe is so strange. Definitely not how we make it in High Rock.
Summons the Thor.
Need something?
We've stopped. What is it? Don't be long. You know I don't like waiting. And why?
Better to make it quick. You're going ahead. Be safe.
Oh no, by the gods. This can't be happening.
You didn't hear this from me, but we've uncovered a plot to kill the Emperor. It gets better. The ringleader, one of the Emperor's own elite guard.
We've stopped. What is it?
Oh, alright, I'm ready-ish.
Oh, what happened?
to be a silversmith one day, like my mother and father.
I wonder what Draugr dreamed about. They look so peaceful lying there.
Oh no! Lars, something is trying to kill us!
Come to Dragon's Reach to the spells and incantations for those with the talent to guess them. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
I approve Dragon's Reach in case of attack by
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven. Good to see you. Be careful. What do you need, my friend? You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single.
What do you need?
Let me know if you see anything you like. Welcome to Warmate. Take a look. Until next time. Welcome to Bellathor's
Watch
Little
it.
Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything's for a bit of this and a bit of that.
Ah, sweet oblivion, soon I shall return.
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke. Take a look. Remember, I'll give you the best deals or die trying.
Good to see you again.
Still warm from the oven.
Downside to
So we
traveling,
meet again.
That I miss my parents very much.
I can hardly wait. I so love dealing with mortals.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim?
Find the cost. What manner of power?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. Take a look. Until next time.
The last town we were in, someone asked me, do you suppose he just didn't want to pay for a room?
It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he? I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
You honor Khajiit with your presence. Khajiit are not welcome in the cities, so we make our camps outside the walls. May the sun warm your path, friend.
The sons of elsewhere are very far, but Khajiit must not think of home. She must stay focused. Until our next meeting, if such is fated.
How high the mountains of Skyrim rise. A welcome to you, fellow traveler. There is much beauty in this place. A peaceful greeting to you.
Yes. Take a look.
Excellent. And now, please, accept this token of appreciation. May your road lead you to warm sands. Dad, how did this happen?
I had a nightmare last night. Salim, marked in blood.
You are safe, okay? Heal.
Like this.
This what you want?
Musical knowledge would make tonal energy easier to understand?
No one ever comes to this dump. What is this, some sort of party? You've got someone with you, so I'm not invited. Watch yourself around Morris.
You look concerned. How can I help? Okay, but be careful. If you need my blade, I'll be at my sister's.
No one ever comes. Just tell me what's to kill. No need to explain why or how.
Sad thing is, a dress would look better on me than on that troll carcass you call a body.
Yeah? Figured you wouldn't be able to carry all of that on your own. Beasts, beer, and blood. It's an adventurous life for me. I remember Gore and I once came across this dead horse in a cart lying on the road. Must have been rancid by Fulmer or bandits or wizards or something. The point is, the peasants who owned the sacks in the cart had no use for them, wherever they were. So, I go and check the sacks for valuables, then turn to Gore and see if he's doing the same. The big oaf was checking the horse for meat. You know what I was thinking? Was that Horker a male or a female? I could never tell with beasts. That's a scary thought, you know. What if it planted its seed? There could be a legion of giant Horker babes just waiting to be born, and out for revenge on the leg walkers that killed their father. Stuff of nightmares is what it is.
Something.
One famous chef killed, one step closer to murdering the Emperor.
I ain't never been good with this sort of stuff, but I just want to tell you, you're alright. No, better than just that. You got courage, heart, things to be admired. I'm the one who admires them. There, I said it. I'll never say it again. There's one thing I value, ain't a good beer or a good cheer. Although I could always do with more of both. It's friendships. Wherever you take that smelly backside of yours, with me you'll never have to watch it. I'll be there.
Come now. What everyone else is saying. It can't possibly be true.
You're referring to that blacksmith contract?
It's the part with the severed head I find most impressive. My compliments.
When one can divine the future, success may not be assured, but it can at least be anticipated. It helps that I've already foretold my own death.
Greetings, sister.
So, the prodigal murderer returns. And the gourmet? Good, good. And you've got the writ of passage too, I see. So there's that. I also received word from Markarth. It would seem Anton Varan has suffered an untimely fate as well. Good. But unfortunately, that inn is abuzz with the news of somebody killing one of their guests. What? Hiding the body was too much for you to handle? Bah, useless. Here's your gold. Now go see Astrid. The time to move against the Emperor has finally come. Sithis help us all.
I serve Astrid and this sanctuary. Life is simple and good. Sister, stay safe.
So it's done. You've killed the gourmet. And now, Titus Mead II is as good as dead.
Need something?
Fresh from the farms daily.
Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.
It's always so fascinating to see what information I can learn from them.
Maybe some other time I'll reveal your destiny. Tea leaves, palm reading, crystal scrying. Ooh, maybe trepanning. Token, you say? Let me see. Oh, goodness me. You're a friend of Gabriella's, then. Well, I guess we both know why you're here. Well, yes, I surely can. It's not something I do lightly, mind you, and it's not as specific as you might want, but yes, I will do this for you. Please, relax. Free your mind. Yes, that's it. There's a cave. No, not a cave. A home. A place you feel secure. You will find safety there. Sanctuary. I see snow, lit by the star of dawn, and you are not alone. There are others. A child of night. A stalker of the sands. Oh, but before you are family. There will be blood. Such blood. Wait, there's something else. A potential for adventure and wealth. It is a ruin, ripe for the plunder. Deep wood, redoubt, far to the northwest. Through there is Hag's End, the last resting place of an assassin of old. A dark brother who bequeaths his ancient earthly possessions to you. No, that is all. Now, please. I find myself very weary all of a sudden.
Did you need something?
I'm sweating like a hawker. Wait a minute. The hawk is sweaty. They look sweaty.
Woo!
if I practiced, I could power down automaton before being noticed. Almost like a sneak kill. Maybe someday. No wonder Nords are so... like that.
I've picked up other swords in my travels. I ain't stupid. Won't use old rusty if I don't have to. Can't sell it, can't seem to throw it away. Don't get me confused with that idiot Morris though. I haven't slicked with the damn thing.
ears are quite pointy. Does that make you hear better, or is it just for show? I don't think we're alone.
Good work out there, Nar.
Yeah? Sure. What do you need? Sure. What do you need? Uh-huh. Am I supposed to be impressed? Well, I am. That thing's amazing. So don't say I don't ever do what I'm supposed to.
Okay, Nar, we can do this.
Yeah. I'm gonna break your kneecap.
Lord, curse you!
Please, mercy.
Yeah. Engine is like an adventure zone. We drink, we brawl, and then they give us a free room.
Someone... Okay, Nar, we can do this. Got it. Done. Got it. All done.
I supposed to be impressed? Well, I am. That thing's amazing. So don't say I don't ever do what I'm supposed to.
Got it. And open. Yo!
For a veteran, it's not much to ask. Divines bless you.
You
May
were
the
there
ground you
for
walk
Rodvir's
wait
execution.
Welcome to the center of the world. Or at least my brother Erica's world. Have you met my dear brother Erica? The man's as trustworthy as a Khajiit goldmonger.
Brought me more than usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them. Just remember me if you get your hands on anything else.
Yeah? Figured you wouldn't be able to carry all of that on your own. Beasts, beer, and blood. It's an adventurous life for me.
Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise? And we'll see what kind of a deal we can make. Just remember me if you get your hands on anything else.
Oh, I am ready for a huge bowl of vegetable stew.
Papa says I won't see Rodvir anymore, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
Well, better than this. I'm alive. Everyone is alive. Good. Hello? You'll be skeever food in a moment.
This is a surprise.
Your perfume!
Imagine being at work who's afraid of big empty spaces. It'd be like being a beggar who's afraid of gold.
handsome, aren't you, Scrap? Look at how shiny you are, my handsome boy.
The dungeon is like an adventure zone. We drink, we brawl, and then they give us a free room.
The use of the Numidium fundamentally broke time. It makes me anxious, wondering if there's another me in another timeline, split due to the Dwemer. Got it. Done.
We've stopped. What's wrong? Sure. What do you need? Beast, beer, and blood. It's an adventurous life for me. Yeah? Sure. What do you need? Uh-huh.
The giant Dwemer crossbows in here. Their attack power can surely be replicated. Is now really a good time? I suppose I can make some space for your things.
Right behind you.
promise.
Rusty iron, but never tired. Sure, what do you need? side behind.